In the last video, we looked at the importance of discipline with love. We looked at the definition of discipline, which was to teach or to instruct. The benefits of discipline is that when our children are trained to take control of their behavior, their attitudes, their impulses, they develop not only a strong moral compass, but they also feel more secure, self-confident, and loved. Now, while there is no one right way of disciplining our children, it is important that we understand our children, that we love them unconditionally, that we listen to them, and that we do our best as parents. No two children are the same, even if they are from the same family, even if they are siblings. We need to understand that different factors contribute to the growth and development of the child. There is nature and there is nurture. Nature is what we think of as a pre-wiring, which brings about individual differences, and then there is nurture, influence of external factors, situational differences, and experiences each child has from the outside world. We cannot change nature, and we need to accept that, but more about that later. What we can control or influence is nurture. How we behave and relate to our children is well within our control. Parenting is a relationship with our children and is built on three aspects: trust, acceptance, and love. With this base, we can discipline our children because children will inherently learn to obey the people they love and trust and people who accept them. And this is our primary role as parents. So let us look at how we can instill discipline. Here are 4 things to remember. Children imitate you, parents, so how you behave matters. Children respond to what you do more than what you say. This small video clip is self-explanatory. Children need limits. They need to know what is acceptable and unacceptable. But when we acknowledge their perspective, they feel understood and are more likely to accept limits. Open communication should be encouraged here and choices and consequences discussed. We must tell them ahead of time what is acceptable and what consequences are likely to follow in an unacceptable behavior. But we must remember that they may need many reminders before this can be internalized. Even after we tell them many times, chances are they might forget. They will make mistakes. This is natural and human. This is where our compassion and patience is required. So when something is not done, instead of yelling, we need to calmly repeat the instructions and stay patient. When the task gets done, we need to appreciate, acknowledge, and praise our children accordingly. This reinforces good desired behavior. Don't be afraid to praise your children, parents. Don't be afraid that your praise might go to their head and that they might not actually achieve their real potential. The world does enough being negative on our children. What they need from us is sincere, positive reinforcement. It is important for us to be patient and repeat ourselves with kindness every time. Focus our discipline on the behavior of the child and not the person, both in our words and in our actions. We could say, look, you haven't put your toys away, you haven't put your clothes away, or you haven't completed your homework, and therefore you might need to finish those tasks first before you can play your video games or go out to play. That way, our disciplining is on the behavior of the child and not on the person of the child. Having said this, don't be harsh on yourself, parents. Take it easy because we're all learning on the job. In our next video, we will look at nature and each child's individuality. If you would like to talk about this more, please don't hesitate to contact us at